This is Sway.
Sway.
In the morning. Shake it,
Wake your punk ass up. That crust out your eyes.
Right, and then right now, Tracy, you've been excited about our next two guests. I feel like we're distant cousins already. Right, we're already related.
Yeah.
The four of us are related.
Four of us are family already.
Because the common denominator is
MTV.
So Heather B was the first with Real World, right? And then our guests were this.
You were second.
No, I was the second because I came in
You're
2000.
second cousin.
No shit.
Yeah.
You were
My
second.
bad.
It's
You're
all
the
good.
second cousin. Sway.
Whatever, Heidi. Don't be looking at me like that. All right. And then came
Our third cousin.
MTV's royal couple of reality TV.
Right.
Would you do the honors, Tracy G?
Oh my gosh, taking it back to, I think, a pop phenomenon.
Yes.
That started on MTV, The Hills.
Uh-huh.
And Heidi Montag and Spencer Pratt are with us.
That's right now.
Hello.
Thank you for having us.
Smells like G Herbal.
I like
Yeah,
that.
she got it right.
She got it right,
That's
Heidi.
his name, right?
G Herbal, yeah, little herb.
Herb.
Do you guys partake in herbs? You don't smoke?
Nah, we need to keep our lungs clear
Yeah.
for our health.
For
Spence, you
our
never
baby
smoke-
making.
For your baby making?
Fertility.
For
Y'all never
fertility
smoked.
reasons.
Really, you never smoked?
Oh, no comment.
No
Politician here.
Okay. Well, on this show, you can actually, if you smoked, I mean, show of hands, how many people smoked in their life?
Oh,
All right, you're not alone.
Maybe secondhand smoke,
Uh-huh.
Maybe better in the room, in the studio, smell a little bit.
Good to see y'all, man. You
Thank
guys.
you. Thanks for having us.
Absolutely. I remember when the Hills first came on, and that was such a fruitful time for MTV at that time, right? And this is before Jersey Shore and all of those shows that came afterwards. And you guys, in my opinion, reality TV is it's a science to how you make the most of it and what you decide to do, how you decide to commit to it. And you guys were able to navigate through it over the years, unlike any other. When did it click to you that I'm on this TV show and I can make a career out of this? I could create a brand out of this, and create a business out of this for years to come. When did that click, or were you just in the show in the moment, Spencer?
Well, I was a freshman at USC, and I saw the Osbournes on TV. It had just come on, and I was like, wait, they got a show because they live in a mansion in Beverly Hills, and with all due respect, nothing was really popping. Then I was like, oh my God, it was funny. They're just talking. I was like, I got a friend with a way bigger mansion. I'm going to make my own reality show. So I called my buddy Brody Jenner. He was, hanging out in bed doing nothing. I said, you want to be a reality star? He's like, I'm like, no, for real. I'm going to drop out of college. He's like, yeah, let's do it. And I went and bought a camera, and I went to his house the next day, and I moved into this 22-acre David Foster, 15 Grammy, $40 million house. And I just started following the family around with my bootleg little camera. And David would always yell, like, get the F out of my house. Get the F out of my house. I'm like, no, it's a Fox show, Dave. It's a Fox show. And he would really freak out, leave my house. And I used iMovie, and I cut 5 minutes together. And it ended up selling to Fox for 6 episodes for $4 million. At 20 years old, I got an executive producer credit.
Wow.
And Fox was like, Spencer, you need to stay on the show and have him yelling at you. So I went from being behind the camera to him yelling at me as Brody's pool house friend, but right after the show aired, Linda and David, they've been married 22 years, filed for divorce. And Fox calls me we just bought a family show, we're pulling the show. I'm like, so I go from thinking I'm about to be a multi-millionaire back to college, and I'm like, no. So then I see the Hills on, and I'm like, and I see one of the names of the producers who was one of my employees, and I call him up you got a show and you didn't put me on it? He's like, no, it's a set cast. It's this girl from Laguna Beach and her friends. I can't get you on the show. I'm like, oh, yeah, we'll see about that. I'll be in the clubs. I'll see you in the clubs. And so Brody and I, get a table next to the girls. And we start popping bottles, and, we just made our own show. So we get, Heidi was a real reality star, just follow me and, be a real person.
Yeah.
We were making our show. So we were, more oh, we got to make some story with the girls. And, I wasn't even human at that point, when it came to, relationship was just TV hustle, and And then I really fell in love with Heidi after we played like months of games, and she changed her phone number on me and a bunch of,
In real life.
in real life,
real life.
yeah,
In real life, I changed my phone
yeah, in
number
real
on
life
him.
it got really real.
Yeah.
And
In real
so,
life.
and then it just became this thing where, our Brody and our goal was to get our own show on MTV, which we did, called Banking on Brody. But the East Coast MTV shelved it and said, no, West Coast, sorry, we got them on our East Coast, the Hill, because the East Coast MTV had the Hills. So they wrote us a check to stay on the Hills. And, so then my headset was always with Heidi. We got to make the craziest storyline and fight and do the antics. And I didn't realize what the public's perception of being the jerk or, I look at TV, I watch Love and Hip Hop, and I don't care what Stevie J and Jocelyn do. I love them. They make me entertained. So I'm not going to be in the street and be like, oh, why are you so mean? Like, it's TV, whatever. I don't know what's real, what's fake. But people do take this so serious. And that's the one problem with being like the hated person that I became. That, people take it real and they're like, I hate you, Spencer. I'm like, I was just trying to get checks.
So they'll say, I hate you, and then want to take a picture with you, right?
Oh, that's the word. That's my least favorite is people take the photo first, and then I catch them like tweeting or Instagram, look at me with this fool. It's like, you just wasted your day to ask me for a photo, or you take a photo of me in
That's
your
the
lunch,
worst. They just
take it, and
like
then you
with this
post
hate
it.
face,
You're like mad.
you're
It's
taking
like,
a photo of me,
I'm not. I don't
idiot.
want your photo, and so it's ridiculous, but it's the cost of
being famous, right?
Yeah.
And the way that you became famous. So the love is real, because people always doubted if this is real love or was it just fabricated for the sake of TV.
Yeah. Well, we met off camera. So we met before he came on in the club and everything. And I knew I was going to marry Spencer the night I met him. Wow. And I said to everyone, I was like, I love him, blah, blah. And Lauren and everyone were like, no, you can't. Stay away. And they got so mad right away because she wanted me to be single with her. And like, no, we're the single ones. I just broke up with my boyfriend. And I was like, you can be single. I've been single. It's all, but I had to do what she had to do because it was her show. And she's like, well, if you stay with him, then I'm going to get you kicked off the show.
Wow.
And I was like,
what the
and I was like, great, then I'm done. And MTV said, Lauren, you can walk because we need them. And so they were like, we'll make them the most hated people in America, and it will be worth it to keep them on for you. And so they did that.
So Lauren's like, great, okay, let's keep her on.
So.
Okay, so
we've been together 8 years now,
all day, every day.
Yeah,
like,
years?
Yeah, and we
like
don't.
people go to jobs, and we've been together all day, every day for 8 years.
It's like we are one flesh. Like we roll.
Y'all never separated or anything?
I mean, maybe for
a
day.
A fake divorce, but not
like
that. In the media.
Y'all had a fake divorce.
Yeah, just for a
little cover story.
Wow.
Wow, who would do that? A lot of guys are saying he's so dumb he faked a divorce. Why not a real divorce, But y'all did it for the cover.
Yeah, cover check.
Wow, man. I want to get into the mind of all of this because now you're on a new reality show, right?
Well, this is the first real reality show. We didn't even know they made shows like this. We got in way over our head. Like, we went in thinking, oh, this will be a nice check. Go on, get back on TV. This will be fun. I thought they were going to tell Heidi, like, chill out on babies. You're young. I really did want these counselors because she's so baby crazy to be like, Heidi, take a step back. Like, we can have babies in a few years, which that did not happen. They were like, Spencer, you're the worst husband ever. But so we go in this house and it was just pure madness. Like, to survive, we were having to take down like 2 bottles of Patron a day. Just like,
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
We
were
just,
just,
I want to talk about it. It's called Marriage Boot Camp Reality Stars. We want to talk about that. Heidi and Spencer are here. You want to talk to them directly and get the truth about the fake divorce and the real love. 888-742-3345. Let's take them back. Superficial.
All she thinks about and talks about is babies.
That's not true either.
90% of the time.
No, you need to chill out.
That's it right there. That's an excerpt from Marriage Boot Camp Reality Stars premiering this Friday at 9 p.m. Eastern. Heidi and Spencer are here with us right now. We're just finding out. We're digging behind the curtains of reality TV, right?
Right.
On this show, is this show being done because you really needed marriage counseling, or was it just another opportunity?
I think that we just really needed marriage counseling, to be honest.
Okay.
We're at such a hard place in real life about like having kids, how many, when you want them, and we're at such different opinions at it that I think we just needed professional help from Jim and Elizabeth to get us through this boot camp, because it's hard to have that conversation for anyone, you know, especially when you don't agree. And so we just needed someone to step in and help us to see each other's sides.
On camera, though. So, you know, you get a fee for that, right? Do you find yourselves, because I got friends who, you brought up Love and Hip Hop, that are, you know, characters on Love and Hip Hop, real life friends, though. And, you know, and one of them often tells me, man, you know, this week or during this filming, I got to find a way to turn it up. Otherwise, I won't get the airtime. And that's how we get paid. If you're not featured on that episode, you don't get paid. Did you find yourselves, being the experienced veterans that you are, turning it up a little bit?
I mean, I think naturally when you get in that setting and you've done that, you definitely turn it up, whether you mean to or not, and especially on a bottle of Patron. And I've been sitting on the couch watching so much Love and Hip Hop, Bad Girls Club. I felt like, this is my chance. Put me in, coach. You know, I was all excited.
We're like, Mona Scott, you watching? Are you watching this, Mona?
Yeah, I could do this with Superficial. I'll be the next pop star. Forget Hazel.
Okay.
Wow.
No, I like Hazel. I like Hazel.
Wow. No, let's start
I
it.
like Hazel.
Heidi's tits and Hazel.
No, I like Hazel.
Headline.
I like her.
Nah, take the headline.
Spencer, you initially had mentioned Brody, and I know there were reports that there's supposed to be a spinoff of the Kardashians or Bruce during his own show. Would you be on that?
No, I don't think so. But I hope that show does happen, because I've been telling Brody for years that Brody, Brandon, and Bruce and Bert would be the best show ever. These guys have the crazy, you know, they have the craziest life ever. But I don't see Kris Jenner, you know, letting that go down. So we'll see. That'll be.
I mean, I don't think she got no say so now.
Right. They
Because-
divorced.
I feel like she runs E though.
Wow, she's running E.
I would
That's
think
the
she's like,
secret. The
I think
secret
she's the
tab.
secret president of E.
Damn, that's a good point.
You know.
She's the secret ruler of E,
Yeah.
the E
So-
network.
Yeah.
And they got Bruce so locked up. He's not about to be able, you know, just for the Hills, we couldn't do a show with MTV for like 2 years after that. And that was good negotiating. It was like 7 at one time
Yeah.
where they lock you in, like, you can't do anything for 7 years after. So I know Bruce is at least 2 years. I would guarantee it.
All right, we're gonna take phone calls 888-742-3345. Tracy, I know you and Heather, you the first reality star out of all of us.
birthed
Heather,
them.
come on! If it wasn't for you, Heidi and Spencer wouldn't even have this job.
That's not my question. My question is, why is there so much pressure, Heidi, for you in particular, feel like to have kids because you're married? Like, I'm married. I don't have any kids. And I was just wondering, like, what is it? Do you feel like because you're young, successful, you don't want to wait? What is it about having kids?
I think I'm just a very maternal person, and I just always have been, and I just love children. I really do, and I'm just ready. We've been married for 8 years, and I feel like I've waited. You know, Spencer, I wanted them like 2 years ago.
Oh, you
and I've
wanted that
waited.
2 years ago.
Yeah.
That's the first I heard.
You never heard
And
this?
Yeah, it was 2 years
and
ago.
I've waited. But I don't know. I just have that inside of me, and I just really want children, and I know I want more than one, and I kind of want to be done by 35, and I just want to have 2 by then, and I feel like we're at a good place in our lives too, and it will help us to progress and to have different values and different insights and to move forward as a family. And I just feel like for us personally, it's just kind of time, and for me especially, and just really want children.
Just gonna start crying just thinking about it.
No, I just thank you though.
Just because I'm a crybaby.
Would you,
Little baby to hold and cuddle with.
will you have the cameras there when you give birth?
Definitely our own home camera. I'm not sure.
Oh man, let's get
about
this money, man.
others.
Bring the
Yeah.
kids into the franchise,
Yeah.
baby.
I want to, if we, you know, not if, when, because it's got to be when now.
Thank you.
When we had kids, I'm going for the name Spidey as boy or girl.
Oh,
Spidey.
Spidey.
Let's name our
Yeah,
kids
that's
Spidey.
That's
Oh
the
my
brand.
gosh.
That's what they called
Pratt.
you guys,
The
right?
Spidey. Yeah.
Spidey Pratt.
And I tell her, if the kid doesn't like the name, what kid doesn't want to be named Spidey? When she's Spider-Man, and be like Spidey.
Yeah.
But
If
they
it's a
can
girl,
change
though,
it.
the girl might not.
Not the girl.
Oh,
no.
that
Call her
sounds-
Speedy.
Is it-
that's worse.
That's worse.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
all right.
Whoa, that's-
Heidi, you know what made me really fuck with you? Even though you guys say that sometimes you'll have exaggerated emotions on the show and craft some stories, but you are always very honest about plastic surgery. And then I remember a couple years back how you were talking about some regrets. And it's interesting because now we see a lot of plastic surgery happening on the derriere.
Yeah, that would hurt. How do you sit down?
Yeah.
I feel like there was definitely a time Heidi was like, "So what's up with
I was thinking
what's
about
up
it.
with butt implants?" Like, before they were popping, trending,
I was
and the
thinking about
doctor
it.
was like,
Because-
and this is the doctor that's saying, "Do everything," and that was the red line.
Why was he saying no?
I don't know.
He was just like, "That's not."
He's like, not 11 surgeries in one day, only 10.
No, but he was like, that was the thing. He was all sketched out about.
Yeah.
You had 10 altogether?
10 in one day, and then I had a surgery before that. So I've had 2 separate surgeries.
So can you wear? Because it looks very natural. I can't tell.
Yeah,
where.
well, it's just like microscopic things, like so you couldn't really tell, and a lot of it's kind of faded, but just like a lot of Botox, and then I got an eyebrow lift, and then I got my nose done twice, and then I had my chin shaved down, and then I had implants 3 times. I had my first pair, my second pair, and I have my reduction because I couldn't physically hold them, and then I had my back shaved down. I had
Just the normal things you do on a Tuesday.
Just all the things.
That's
was
great. 'Cause
intense.
you could have been the trailblazer with the first butt implants, man. Damn, man, you would have gone down in history.
You
for
know
that.
what? My friend is Coco, and I love her butt. And I was like, I want to be like Coco, and she works out and squats so hard.
Hers are not implants. We've talked to her about it.
Coco
It's
has a real.
Yeah,
I
she
see
says-
Coco.
has a real-
from
Yeah.
Olympic weightlifting. Let's
she
be
does
clear,
the
Mr. Ice-T.
weightlifting, but I can't lift like her. I have tendonitis in my arm, so I'm like, well, I can't get that Coco butt without implants. And so, anyways, I wanted to get them, and I couldn't.
So now we just eat lots of pizza.
Yeah, you working it.
Yeah.
You ever get cosmetic surgery?
No, I didn't. At one time they sang, this is when I was doing my push-ups. They're gone now, but they're like, Spencer got pec implants. I was like, yeah, that's right. I got my pec implants.
Yeah,
But
but
no.
that was you just working
Yeah,
out.
push-ups. But now I just do nothing, really.
Okay. Yeah. All right,
You
we're
do
going to open up the
jujitsu.
phone lines and come back, let you guys talk to them directly. 888-742-3345. Got very special guests in here.
Yep.
Heidi and Spence, man.
Spidey.
Spencer. Spidey. And man, I feel like it's, I'm talking to, we had a family reunion, had to be.
Our cousins. Those are
Our cousins, and have made a career through reality TV, and it seems to just keep going, keep growing. Have y'all been able to what else financially, man? Can you can obviously get rich from it, but have you been able to sustain, or how is that working for you?
We definitely, at one time, we were ridiculously rich, and we're spending like we're what's when you're spending out of your means? Like we got. I listened to too much rap, and then I got Heidi in it, and all these rap songs like spend your money, spend your money, spend your money, and so I'm like, yeah, spend my money, spend my money, and you spend it all. So we had to definitely reset. Heidi's now our accountant.
Okay.
So that
Good.
Into
changed.
some country. Save that money.
That's the country music. I get that.
So that's definitely changed.
Put some
the
Garth
game.
Brooks in the
Yeah.
headphones,
Yeah. So and thank God we get to live in my parents. They don't live there, but they had a rental beach house. So we got squatters' rights going on that thing right
Okay,
now.
yeah, so they can't kick you
yeah,
out.
So we're out
Yeah.
of like legal, possession law here.
Okay,
so,
cool. Do they want you to get out though?
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Oh
they
yeah.
want
Oh
us
yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It was supposed to be a weekend. We're on year 4, so.
Yeah. Do they really want you to get out?
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah,
all right.
oh, yeah,
all right.
okay.
Yeah.
They really want us out.
That's the new show.
Yeah.
Like,
in.
avoid the parents. That's it. We got Anastasia on the line. Good morning. How you doing, Anastasia?
Good morning. I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing well. Say hello to Heidi and Spence.
Hi, Spidey.
Hi.
So I was listening to you guys, talk about, plastic surgery and stuff like that, and then you're talking about having babies. So, if you do have a baby, God willing, you can and everything. Would you ever have plastic surgery after the fact? Because we don't know what a baby can do to a woman's body.
I hope not. I just had a reduction last year, and that was kind of like pre-planning before that, so I wouldn't have to get it after. Because once you have a kid, I really want to be there and not like risk going under the knife again. So I'm really hoping that I don't have to do anything like that. And actually, I kind of bowed out of surgery in general, and I'm not getting like Botox or anything like that. So I'm kind of hoping that chapter of my life is over.
Was it psychological? Or do you think it was something internal, or it was strictly external? I just wanted to look different.
I think it was first off that it was basically free, and I was like, "Oh, that's a deal," you know. And I just didn't pay a lot of it.
We're
and
hustlers. We see all these numbers. Oh, free pop.
I like a discount at Gap. Okay, so when I was seeing his surgery, it was but also I became like a character kind of, and I thought that I had become someone else that I really wasn't, and I was way too materialistic, and I just put the wrong emphasis on what I was paying attention to, and I just became too vain and too self-involved, and I just became kind of obsessed with my looks and listening to haters and listening to everybody kind of tearing me apart on the blogs and stuff. And it was so new. Blogs just came out. It was like, whoa, where did this all come out of nowhere? And I just took it to heart, and I should have got therapy and been like, why do I want this? And who cares if I'm being offered this for a good deal or not? Is this good for my heart and my soul? And I just kind of lost track of who I was.
What brought you back?
A lot of prayers.
Not Spencer. Spencer is lost.
Yeah, a lot of prayers. I just started praying a lot. And I think that once I kind of did that to myself, and I was recovering for a year, I was in so much pain and like crying every day. I was like, how could I have like hated myself so much that I cut my body up completely? And it's just not, I was so mad at myself for doing that to myself too, and like so hurt, so deep in my soul. And marriage boot camp really helped me get through that. And I cry a lot because I had to like really forgive myself for doing that to myself. And it was just a hard thing to do. They make it look so glamorous and easy. It's like, that's not a quick fix, and it's a really hard thing to do. And one cut is so traumatic. When you go to the ER and you get one surgery, that's a big deal.
Yeah.
So don't let the press and the media and everyone make it look so glamorous and easy, because it's not, and you can never go back. So
you can never go back.
Wow.
I've heard some of the illest. I mean, I've heard so many rumors about you guys that when I would hear them, my ears would go numb. You know what I mean?
I was making a lot of them up.
Yeah, I'm sure you. Now that I know the game, Spencer was probably writing it out. We're gonna put this out.
Script.
Did anyone ever come close to suicide or considering suicide based on all the rumors and
like our haters? I bet some haters are so jealous they're trying to kill themselves.
No, I mean you guys because of the haters.
Oh no, we were egomaniacs. That was the opposite of our problem. We needed to come down from like how much we loved ourselves.
Yeah, I think
that's real though.
I mean that's when you're like living off your own ego hustle, and you're like, we got Kanye syndrome. You know, like I was the original Kanye. I'll be honest, I'll claim it. Like I was saying I was the best way before he was yelling this way. What do you know, Sway? I was already there. He's
like, Spencer brought that in.
What do you know?
So you were the original.
I was doing that. He copied my whole style. He even got into reality TV. You hear that, Easy?
All right. What's the worst rumor? I love Spencer. What's the worst rumor you heard about you that wasn't true?
I think that our love was fake. It's like that's just not true. Because I understand the like on and off fighting, and that's what you're watching on TV. But it's like we don't need that. We each could date other people. We could still get as much press. It's like we don't need each other. We love each other, and we've always had that love, and that's always been the foundation of us. It's like we've been together really all day and night for 8 years. That's a lot. Nobody has to do that.
No infidelity? Nobody ever cheated?
No way.
I'll be dead. First
Yeah.
off, I'll be not talking here.
It's Sway in the morning, only on Shade 45.